Is my mic I'm working on here? Okay. I'm looking at the TikTok. Mic check. Okay, there we go. All right. Turn that off. So we're right up against that floor. 24-hour candle close, basically right at that imbalance like mark. But 4-hour, we are up against the box. Cost basis is 536.67. So going into tomorrow, we have core retail sales, and import prices are, well, only two of those are high impact data coming in pre-market. So looking into tomorrow, hopefully that's the catalyst that'll get us where we need to go. And that's, again, the median of 536.60 above. And that could mean all-time highs, right? We finally got that was excruciating. But finally today we broke out. SPY, same deal. Only difference here is it's not up against a box, right? It's just moving to the wall, which I'm basically planting at 610. So our hope here, right, when you're running into an area with really no structure, no box, is that you can just pop out. Now you're leaving behind empty space, so that's required that you don't, like if we gap up to 610, there's a good chance we'll see a pullback, and then it's only a bounce that will get us out. So SPY is looking obviously at that 610 target, and again, if we're moving into all-time highs, I'd be looking at 612.50. Put your fibs up, get to work. So Prox was earnings. You swing trade options? If so, in the money, and how long DTE? I swing trade options. I usually, typically I only trade in what we dub as empty space. So areas that kind of look like this, or look like this, anywhere that's empty space. And typically we'll buy the week of contracts, depending on what day it is. And we buy target-based contracts. We do not buy in the money contracts. This lowers our risk and allows our risk reward to be significantly greater. So, all right, so SPY looking good. Last one, IWM. Now, small caps kind of were moving today. I'm surprised this thing didn't do more, but it does have, and we're going to delete all of this, even though it's good structure, and take a look at it. We're going to look at the most recent price action, and that's going to be right here, right? Because we hit cost basis earlier, and now we're set to maybe break it. I'm only looking at the lower time frame downtrend, which is marked out like so, right? I know that that's more than likely. Oh, shit. That is more than likely a higher time frame channel like this. So tomorrow's outlook would be whether or not we can go and hit, and we can move down here to the hourly, right here in this tiny pocket, right? But the lower time frame should make this relatively easy. Make sure that if you are trading any of this, that you have your structure below, right? What's the worst case scenario? And that's how we hedge, right? So if we were to punch down tomorrow under 224, break our floor of 222, we could expect for IWM to actually fall. And this is one of those areas where, again, good close, we got the floor, but you need to keep your foot on the gas pedal. In other news, Qs did really well. NVIDIA finally leaving this area of consolidation, and leaving still the gap exposed. I don't know what I just hit. My mouse is moving 1,000,000 miles an hour. So, hold on 1 second. Make it stop. Okay. So, NVIDIA, right? It's glaring, and I don't know if it's going to be news. I think we talked about that being a possibility, but we still have 138, right, and 142. on the 24-hour time frame that we're still aiming for. Good candle close. We held where we're supposed to hold. So anybody who has any remaining NVIDIA, that is something that I will be swinging. I think this is a good opportunity to let runners run, especially on a stock like NVIDIA. I will go over that shortly. So, but anyway, NVIDIA's looking pretty good going into tomorrow. Good candle close outside of our area of consolidation. Kind of took a little crack at Lucid today, right? Yeah, one broke out of the box. It actually, the analysis that we talked about, I think it was down in here. I gave sideways. That's what I wanted to see if you were going to be able to break up. You held cost basis, and today you kind of exploded out. So it's a bit of an obscure one, right? Doesn't really provide all of the structure that we typically like to see, but it does have a pretty nice channel. So tomorrow, I really just want to make this really simple. I want to be outside of 336. Is the chances of that happening really high? I mean, we hit 150% today. If we can go up and even tap 350, which is the goal, we should be able to get out of some of these really cheap contracts. So, all right. And again, right, what's below? Empty space. So you know that $3 is the retest mark underneath us. Gaming Club. What is this program? What the hell? Join now. Interested in leveling up your live gaming content? Tap the button to submit your information to be considered for the program. No. All right. That just popped up on my shit. Alrighty. Trip we're still holding. Baidu. I just want to go over this one. It did move up, hit an imbalance, if right in the middle of that gap. We know with Chinese stocks that the candle close as long as we're outside of the wall, right? I mean, we're kind of inside of the, right there at the wicks. You know, take your best shot. 101 is still the target to the upside. If you have any sort of expiration on that, you're not looking bad, but do remember China always needs a hedge. So, all right. Now, I will take your guys' requests if you guys have any. I'm assuming you do. And we'll see if we can't find something else to swing into. So, all right. So, starting with Crocs, and in this opportunity, we're going to talk about how you could have taken it. Now, I mean, the long and short of this is you could have just pot calls before earnings, right? This thing moved down into a major support level weekly, right there, tapping right around this structure, coming over from the left, and it left behind quite a bit of empty space. Now, this play is not over, in my opinion. Now, I would like for it maybe to stall out a little bit, kind of be nice just to lower the contracts, but there is no doubt in my mind that we are going to, and this is a great opportunity to show you guys exactly what it is if you're new here, what we look for. This is a perfect setup, in my opinion, for empty space. Right? You would essentially be targeting anything that looks like this. And once it leaves the top, these things coming off of a momentous event like that typically fill that empty space really, really quickly. So I like Crocs a lot. I hope most of you do. The goal here, right, is to get obviously outside of 114, 156, and then we're going to split the empty space in half like that, and you'll find that, and got a little bounce over there. So right around 123 is where we'll look for that imbalance target, and then 130. All right, QBTS, yes, you need a little bit of time on that thing. So let's get rid of the channel, because I think the channel is going to screw us up, right? Let's look at this raw dog. All right, so in the most recent price action, we do have the empty space, right? That's what we crave. Good candle close. If I'm going to assume this is relatively cheap. So the the trade here that I see in front of me, right, is a move, and I know there's lower time frame wickage. We're gonna split this in half. Okay, so 757 and 860 are going to be your two targets. And then the only thing that we have to worry about, as I suspected, is there is a punchback right here that you're looking to go and break. I like the wick down and the bounce, so hopefully tomorrow or overnight, this thing has a nice move up. And I could see $9 looking at the lower time frame. Now, on the lower time frame, watch 838, because that's going to be a temporary, well, a floor for you to hit. So, mRNA earnings down. Thank you guys for tapping your screen if you're on TikTok. Listen, I don't know if I would be necessarily looking down on this one. I mean, it's just all time low. It's not. So you are at like base, right? And from what I can see, you're very close, if not. Yeah, I mean, I have the top of a box. So you just hit that 30 mark. I wouldn't be surprised, just based off of how much this has been shorted, if you get a move maybe on earnings or shortly after up to 33.70, but really that, right? And look at how it responds. See, empty space, rip, structure, stop. So simple. That's the way that everybody should be on. Point A to point B, point A to point. Look, empty space down. It's beautiful. So anyway, screenshot that. All right. Pizza. Jesus Christ. That's before earnings. That looks like it's setting up for a pretty big move. I would say get rid of all. I mean, the channel here. I think we talked about this previously. So what's attractive to me here? And there's going to be an earnings target of six. I mean, I don't see any reason why with this momentum, especially looking at the weekly, that you won't be around 65 and retesting right up around $68. Well, 68 and 69. And that would be, again, highlighting most of that empty space is here, and you did fill it up, right? But there's still a lot of that dumpage right there that I think can get filled up. So, you might be setting up for an even bigger move going into earnings. I typically don't like stocks that have moved up so much going into earnings. Kind of freaks me out. But Google, is this not precisely... I can't always remember everything that I say, but I'm almost positive this is exactly what we talked about yesterday, right? Listen, it just every time you look at a chart, there's a lesson somewhere in it, right? Don't short the tops. Don't try to when something's sitting on the floor, right? It's typically going to bounce. Look how you waterfall down if you're going to break. So looking at this one anyway, but that being said, you have a box right here. You're nearing cost basis, so a punch over 185.85, and this is where things are going to get weird, right? Because you kind of have to ignore the rest, and that's exactly what I do. That's a lot of noise, but this is what you're looking for in all that noise, right? That little pocket right there above this green line, right here, and then depending on what the market does, I mean, that's vulnerable empty space. Looking real good for $200. Do I like Wendy's? Like eating there? Depends on where it is. Every Wendy's is different. Some Wendy's are, oh my god, what you're doing. So that'll get me banned. Jesus Lord. That was a good one though. What are you up? Okay, so you're on the 24-hour. So the tough thing here is, and Stan, you can see it yourself, right? Is there's not, like, I would say even the box that you have drawn here is a bit of a stretch. The four. Okay. Okay. I was just gonna say dropping down is where that would make the most sense. Now this is pretty low volume, but you just had a punch back, and it looks like this. Yeah, it would be that candle open 103.50. If you're outside of that, I don't see any reason why 105.88 and 107 can't get hit. So that's curious. So yeah, that's what needs to happen here. That's one of my favorite songs playing in the background. Yeah. I love I Say Rashad. A-net. Oh my god. This chart makes me feel like I'm in a net. Upside. I'm gonna focus on the most recent price action because it's just a weird setup. Clearly that's your floor. If you were to break down, you would drop right into your 106 outside of 112. Yeah, it's hard to ignore. I would have a 113.88 target. You really just don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be right there. So 116.50, and that's essentially two boxes, right? Like sitting on right on top of one another. So all of those price targets, screenshot that. That's those are the things that need to break. UPS, please have volume. Same analysis as this morning, right? Same analysis, same wall, same everything. That candle close is trying right now to sit right on top, right? That's what's literally happening in front of us now. We talked about this morning. That candle close on the lower time frames just a little bit higher, right? So the candle close is right now as we speak fighting. I would not be surprised if you get a different candle close than what we're looking at now. But you are in this small box, which does mean that buyers are holding up your floor at 115.39, which is that higher time frame wall. And then underneath you, you have empty space and a pretty chunky box. So if anything, you might end up pulling one of these numbers. But 24-hour box being formed, that's what we're trying to perceive here. Yeah, so the 2 hour would kind of be my focus for the meantime. Any good earnings plays? Yeah, somebody post the earnings chart when you get a chance. Deck, not bad. It's curling up there. Nice 24-hour, lots of empty space. Wow, I didn't even look at that thing. I don't know why the hell it just bounced off of a random ass channel, but okay. Okay, so anytime you drop into a box, right, you're always looking at the previous top of that box, which looks like it's right dead slap center in between you and the structure that you're looking to go break from. So I would say 163.27 is going to be the current price target. Lower time frame, Jazz agrees with me. Floor 161. And then, yeah, so you're moving out from there. You can see that one little green wick at 162.50. And then, yeah, I would be aiming up to the box above. Pan W up. How far out do I buy my contracts? Typically a week to 2 weeks, like the week of. I don't see any reason why Pan W shouldn't be at the top here at 204. Looking at the 24-hour, you. Damn, look at that, dude. You just can't fucking. Yeah, so aim for the top, look for the punchback. Right? Look for the new high. I would be. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. Yeah, okay. Maybe. I say 212. Never mind. 215. 215. $15 move if earnings are today. If you can shoot out of here. Which it looks like it's on its way. Twilio. What the fuck is this? Downside earnings, eyeing 120. Okay. Really appreciate everybody putting in their analysis. It's nice to know everybody's looking at the charts, trying to figure it out. Also makes my job a little easier, which is nice. So you're real close, right? And 155 is a looming target up above. You've done a really good job at holding your price. I would be aiming for the 130s, right? Because that would what I would consider to be the 50% mark from here to here. So I definitely can see that. You that's kind of crazy how you've been holding this box. So yeah, I would say here. So your price targets would be here, and then right just a little bit higher. And I mean, if that breaks, that's where you're looking at, 177. So if you can find a straddle in that. Trip earnings, right? I think next week we gotta listen. It might not be a bad time to grab $15 puts for Trip's earnings as a hedge, because that's where I would be looking for that to potentially drop down. But the plan is the same. You're still stuck in this structure. You're still curled up. Yeah. And just real quick, if anybody's curious on the strategy or anything, go to the educational playlist and you will find a lot. So don't want to use this as an example. Yeah, that's not the greatest example. So I'm going to give you the reverse version, right? So the theory is, and you could look at this both ways. If you have an area of consolidation and you break the 50% mark after you've left, so price went up, jazzed all around here. If you break down into the top of that box, you're likely going to cost basis. If cost basis breaks, you're going to make a new low. In this case, that was the gap fill underneath you. And so that's literally the concept. And then so your job at that point is to create targets or to find the next box. And if I see one again, I'll show you. But what was I just looking at? Yeah, Trip. Okay, so snow. Listen, is it earnings today? No, it's not. It's next week. It looks good. What did we talk about, right? The one little wick right here at 194. That's your next target. Otherwise, I see Snow potentially having great earnings and a move up to 215. VZ. Okay, so we're going to aim from here to here. 4137, and that is a confluential imbalance target, which is just a really fancy way of saying my two lines run together, right? At the 50% mark of empty space. So that's what I'd be looking at. You look good, good candle close. Just nothing left. That's it. Airbnb. Oop, that's not a stock. All right, so this one I almost just want to say I don't know. I don't know. I've stared at it. I'm trying to ignore the wick from the previous earnings. The fact that you've left this massive area of consolidation speaks volumes and does say potential upside, right? You've got a perfect cost basis target of 148.65. So that's all these are the two targets, right? Your target is A, B, and if, things went nutty, maybe 155. At the same time, right, lead buyers to the upside before earnings, right? Maybe tap this and you got a fuck ton of empty space down there. If I was long on earnings, you might, if this did not work out and punched down, you might be in a good position here. But it just how much consolidation, it's like, yeah, I let's see. I didn't see this earlier. Yeah, I mean, so both to the upside, and that's a straddle situation for sure. Not that it's a great one. It's just that's the only thing I see. Weekly time frame, which is the only time frame that really makes any sense on this thing. You've already surpassed the 170 double wicks right there, which is representative by the box that you've been trying to break out of. So the box here is going to be what's next, and that's going to have a target for you at 171.75. And then me personally, I mean, I'd be trying to look at, that's a significant wall. It's actually served as a major resistance and support. So above that, I'd be aiming at the 174 and 175 targeted above. So SMWB. What the fuck? Listen, no. I see the idea here, a lot of empty space. So I mean, here I'll give you one thing that can help. Recovery of 117.75, and honestly, I'd probably pinch that down. So $12 would need to be recovered, but that chart, the reason it's still not working. Like, it's not finding support yet. It's still struggling to do that. What the fuck is that? XIFR? Where the fuck do you find this one? Where do you find this one? Is this all-time lows? It is. Jesus. I hope this thing has a high short volume. But one thing that I'm seeing here is when you dump, look, you dump fast, the empty space doesn't, no. Right? You dump fast, you lose your floor, you go and you retest the wick, and nobody wants to buy. So you're stuck on a stock that, almost every tiny little floor matters, and that's where this gets fucked. Here, right here, maybe you can push into that, and then realistically, I think that's probably going to be a strong wall. But ABBV 24-hour looks pretty fucking good. I would watch this little channel here, right? So watch that 195 mark, but if you can break 195, 199. The only other thing that I'm going to mention here is that you have 1 2 1 2. So if you fail, you're going to consolidate further. But that's it. So just have a plan. All right. Dill. Oh my God. Are you charting on Weeble Dillionaire? UPS for the upside. Did I already do this one? Yeah, I did. Twilio. Only one. Oh, I did that one too. Schwab. How, you know, you get one more. You're going to have to run that by management. That's racist. No shit. How can I join your Discord? Simplestacksinvestments.com, and there is a code that expires tomorrow, tomorrow night for 35% off. So make sure you find that. That's not what that actually happened before that. Yeah, you know what? The 24-hour, yeah, fuck that. You're gonna consolidate further. You got more consolidation, and it's exciting to see something like this. I'll give you that, because this thing will listen. Here, you want me to show you the secret? Ready? Watch this. I'm gonna show you the secret to trading right here. Ready? And here, we'll even. We don't have sounds anymore. Here, we'll do that one. All right, there you go. Whenever you hear the yeah, when you hear the moan, it's time to groan. I don't know. Right, and then just do the same thing. By the way, if you hold control and grab something, you can make infinite of it. Infinite. Mr. Unlimited. So anyway, yeah, over 82.35, 84, and watch for the break. This thing could go up, and that's the beauty in it, is you look to your left, right, and you have a top at 86, and the second target of basically $90, but I'll say 89. And then to the downside, right, you have all that fucking empty space, 75. So be patient, and just know this: there's a fuck ton of money to be made on this. Probably another, you see how fast this moves down. I mean, same thing to the upside. It doesn't take earnings to make this thing always move. Didn't see a code for 35%. Ivy, will you post? It's TikTok 35, all lowercase, all one word. Allah Akbar. All right, snow. We already did that. But yes. Baba Chinese stock. Did I just? No. Okay. Shirley. Hedge. That's all. You're closing up, right? All I can say is hedge. This is the one area in the stock market where I can say 121 as the target up, but whether or not it wants to go that or gap down $5, that's up to China, and I don't have Xi Jinping's number currently. Not yet. I will. And then I'll seize China. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't want China. Don't. The market makers in China said, gap it down right now. Do it. Is this the Apple shit? Yeah. You're aiming for the 35.25 and the $37 mark. Yuck. Okay. You got a good, huh? Yuck. All right. Why do I hate that? Oh my God. Yo, why are we listening? This is because we're listening to this weird ass Radiohead song. Oh, that's a good one. All right, weekly. I mean, it looks like it's heading down. 24-hour time frame. You got to get rid of everything, and you got to simplify. So find your floor. Shit ass. I don't even see a good floor. There we go. So something other than what the hell we were looking at. And then, do we have structure? It looks like you popped out of a little box right here. So watch 102.50 to punch down below $100.61. Period. 97.33 would be my target under there. Coin up for earnings, right? Is that to... Oh, shit. Oh, shit, man. Does this even go anywhere on earnings except for lose money every single time? Garbage. There you go, Big Rippy. But this is all, that was a long time ago. Take your shot. Take your shot, for sure. But just know that this does not really love to move too much on earnings, and you are right here. So I honestly, this could flip, and is there a clear setup? No, there's not, right? You are sandwiched in between two things, one massive area of consolidation. So you could even move up into the quarterly mark there. So 342, but that seems unrealistic, right? Last earnings, everything happened after. So when I look at this, I see the potential to yank down, hit your floor, right? Retest, and maybe go eat the rest of this empty space up. So downside, really, I don't know, even though it's curling up, you know, like there's an element of this that could easily be reversed. So I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Low. That one's going to go fill the gap, I think. I would assume so. I will try to go right there. Barely mediocre. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to simplify this one as well. Candle open 253.90. That's going to go get you a potential gap fill. Now, that's where this chart just is disgusting, because you fill the gap, you're up against 257.71, and then you're targeting here at 261.75. So the only other alternative is that you build a box workshop. What the fuck? Apple short. Jesus Christ, Big Nate. Big Nate, chill out. You're spamming the chat, dude. I just did Apple though. Hold on 1 second. Do I think AA downside move is over? Did that one keep bouncing? No. After today's candle close, no, I don't think this is over. Let's see. 1 hour. I don't think whatever it's doing, building, right, it's not done. That's what I can see from this. Look how much volume you've already inserted right into cost bases too. And so that's you know, one of those things where if you do break it on a lower time frame, you'll go back down to your floor. So just set, I mean, right here, if you're a 15-minute candle close outside of 1589, you would have a second target as the imbalance, which I would mark it. It's probably moved up to around 16 now. So Celsius, please. Oh my God, there's so many. Holy shit. Celsius. Remember when we ripped Celsius to shreds? Is it time again? Oh Lord, hold on. My hands just went directly to my brokerage. What are you doing, hands? What are you doing? Stop. Stop pulling up the chain. It sure does look delicious. Just damn. That's hot. All right. Oh, the contracts are ripping, dude. Holy shit. I'm not telling you what I'm getting because you guys are gonna buy it and inflate the price. You little shit. I am gonna bet on this week. Yeah, absolutely. Tonight? No, that's it's on Wednesday. I mean, we could still play the earnings setup next week, but why not? The contracts are that. Hey, who did that? Why, dude? TradingView is good. Got to get a life. Then I think I'm still gonna take my shot on that. I could spend. You could buy. Yeah, you could fucking spend a drop in the bucket, and if this thing hit that mark, or find the median. You know, if you want to go a little closer, buy less. Grab 2350. But 24s and 2350s look. They're worth the risk. Low risk, high reward. Yeah, but that's still far enough away for me to I'm not going to leave this empty space abandoned. It's right there in front of me. There is lower time frame shit, but with today's momentum and candle close here, I got to the signal is flashing. I got to take the trade, and the trade is low risk, high reward. Yeah, they're cheap, and I mean, even if we don't hit our target, if we can get here, which would be my goal, there's going to be 2 walls tomorrow that we're going to have to fight. It's this one, and I don't want to give you a wall, but I have to because you're double wiki. Shit. Every time I do that, it always looks like a box. That's like a box, future box. Everything's 50%. 23.39, right? And 23.75. But what are people going to be buying? Our contracts. Yo, stop. Hey. Guys. You rate, yeah. This is why I don't give signals, dude. This is why I don't give signals, dude. What? Y'all are wild, dude. I have to pay way more now. Enjoy your increased ask. I'm slapping all your ask at the same time. Wow, this is getting scary. All right, anyway, wow. What just happened? Yeah, I don't know what's in the water. Oh my god, dude. What are you looking at on this one? Down? Brother, ugh. No, I would not be looking down quite yet until, I mean, I guess you did wick 8410. Yeah, you got too much to lose. Just use the floor underneath you at 82.75, and then you have a box here on the 15 right here. Cost basis 81.75. Oh, did you? Where? Oh, you did. What if I can't see you because it was green? Am I colorblind? Yeah, see that looks you know what, that's really funny. That's really funny. That's really funny because I just donated testosterone. I have a surplus, dude. Yeah, I'm a little low right now. It's all right. Your your mom's coming over tonight. It should be back up to normal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I take it back. Put a girl on. All right. Everything you need is right here, papi. 3315 needs to be recovered. Cost basis 30. The old cost basis 3385. This mark 3450. So hopefully that can happen tomorrow. And then if not, you're cooked. Yeah, it's just got to get that floor up above. So all right, let's finish strong here. Yeah, women, where you at? What's happening? Beauty. Oh my god. What did Mike post? Mike! You jackass! What? Appreciate, dude. You definitely pumped our contract. Should chart. I can see you. All right, fine. Damn, bro. I might have to buy some more. I got peer pressured. Listen, Mike, you can't sell or I will ban you until everybody else does. Jesus Christ. You're holding all the way, dog. Alta looks like it's going to come down to 343.66. You have a floor here that you're at. Yeah, we're in this shit together now, dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude, thank you so much. Dude, we would if everybody who described it before his fill sold, yeah, we that would be so fucked. I didn't get filled because of Mike. God damn it, Mike. Michael. I think they're giving you cancer. Anyway. I'll put it in a video. I'll 2717 for Siri. Yeah, you just have to hold your bottom floor here at 2526. Made over 4,500% on my pizza trade. Use your strategy. Damn, Adam. I'll see you in the Discord, dog. Damn. Rivian up. Listen, I believe in a thing called love. You got to be above 1331, and then you have a nice little pocket, a hot pocket of empty space right here up to this floor of 1420. Yahoo! All right, GT earnings. Please play the song Love Me by Alligator Cyborg. Listen, if this song sucks, you're banned. Yeah, I can. All right. You like it? What do you? It's just this is what I usually chart, and I try and round it out, and so that way everybody can see the space that we're trying to fill up, and we want to fill up all of the space. Yeah, and then we have the median in there right here and right here. It's proprietary. All right, all right. Calm it down, calm it down, calm it down. All right, so everybody's banned. I see 804. This thing is lackluster in volume, but you did pop up retest a floor, and so I would say 804 and maybe even down to 67. All right, CVS won't let you place your chart. Listen, homie, I said this morning. I'm gonna say it again. Over the top, let it drop. Cost basis 69.40, and then you want this next pocket of empty space right here. Was that a cricket or a hot dog? What are you talking about? All right, bro. I mean, sure, you'd have to be down here on a lower time frame, right? All the way down on the 15, where you're now losing this floor and moving into a lower pocket of empty space, right? This is literally where you can make predictions because it's a mechanical thing. If your fucking radiator breaks, you know your shit's gonna overheat, right? Simple. So if you punch down under 6530, you're going down here. Why? Empty space, right? And then where would you more than likely go because of 6360, because of the empty space inside of it, right? So that's how you'd map that out. Boom, bada bing. But you're also falling really quickly, which is good. Huh. All right. Yep. Wait, where are they at? Oh shit! No, I still have a 535, dude. It's in the money. I'm about to about to own. I'm gonna get exercised. Look at, okay. Can you guys see that though? Really quickly. Do you see how my stupid little line? How the candle, every candle close tells you what you fell. Oh no. But you pulled yourself right back up. When you fall, it's about what you lose. If you don't lose anything, buyers are still in control. It's just such a beautiful little, that is, if you take in the Potterbox workshop, that is the rock climbing metaphor, right? You're trying to grab hold of something. It's like a little fist. Huh? Yeah. Why? I mean, it did well. We did well on it today. It's moving up towards. Well, I'm also trying to figure out whether I should fucking sell. I mean, we might go hit this target now and leaving this empty space behind, dude. It's a little scary. Huh? Yeah, data tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. So hedge, right? And dude, literally all you have to do is, you know, right at like 413, you can go and look what could happen tomorrow. That would be the worst case scenario. We would pull back to 533.75. Boom, target, right? Or the second worst case scenario is that we would come back to the candle close, and that would be 532. So you can line that up with whatever contracts that you're trying to get to hedge yourself. But fucking A, dude, that's crazy. This is exactly. Dude, today has been on the and I'm it's 4 o'clock now, so this is just the perfect opportunity. So I want this is literally in life and everything else. This is how you put perspective together, which helps with patience because you understand that waiting is the game, right? We knew, and how excruciating was it to trade inside of this pocket? It was tough. It was for most of you, it wasn't worth it. And every single day, right, we opened up. Finally, yesterday or today, right, we had a box that had, I mean, max 1, 2, 1, 2, dip, buckle my shoe, pull up, grab cost basis, hold it. The tension is there. Buyers are in control. And today you're able to just clip the top right off. You go up, you fill up most of that empty space, you punch back through the box, you tap to the floor, and now, right, moving into that second cost basis mark, but it's expansion and it's contraction. So, and it's so funny because you'll notice, and a lot of you have gone through this before, where you'll take, let's say you take a trade and the conditions suck, and you take a couple of them, right, when we're in range. They don't work. They're expiring worthless, right? Now you're fearful. Now you're scared. Then that contraction turns into expansion and you miss it because you got cold feet or you can't pull the trigger because you're trying to trade in range. And again, there's people who can afford it and there's people who cannot. I would say the vast majority of the people in here cannot, right? Unless you're trading on multiple hundreds of or thousands, you know, that's where you don't have that capability all the time. But this is a good example of being patient and looking at the chart and understanding that it's not just a word, right? It's not just saying, oh, be patient, wait for what? We know what we're waiting for. We know where we don't trade and we know where we do want to step into those trades. And it's just as simple as being, like I showed you on, what it was, Crocs or something like that, you know, set alerts on both sides of that trade. I forgot what it was, but, set alerts, Schwab. That's right. Yeah. Sorry. Too many tickers. All right. Anyway, just a good example. USO, United States Oil Fund, coming back down to retest its home, the motherland. Right there. USO. I don't know if I would want to box that all together. 4 hour. Okay, so we'll do it this way, right? You have a floor right here that needs to be reclaimed. That's $77. You filled the gap here today, so that's your next target. Now you're already kind of experiencing a lack of volume, but if that's able to be reclaimed, then you would have a clear shot at cost basis, and that would give you a clear shot at possibly moving up into this. Ooh, and I think I just spotted. See that? Do you see how I just marked that? Now I know that channels expand and contract, right? And this is how I find my price targets. Pop, pop. Now watch this. Watch where this lines up. Right? Now I don't expect for that to all happen at once, and it might be that it just hits the top here, but that would still line you up for a break. So, how do you stop greed? I mean, that's a good question because I think a lot of people deal with varying degrees of greed, right? Like there's people who don't sell when targets get hit because they want more, or there's people who get into too many trades all around, shotgun blast. I think for me, I'm a logical human being, right? So this is where I can't really think for you or tell you how, but being self-aware about how your actions, how you operate, and what you're here for, you have um, plenty of time, you know, no matter what. A piece of lead. You have plenty of time to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So if you're trying to become a multimillionaire, you know, that's going to take a long ass time, but have perspective. For me, I know that everything for me is just logical, right? I might not want to get out, but I know that in empty space, when we hit structure, price stops. So I do, right? For me, that's just how my mind works. So while I might want more, right? It's really me looking at what's in front of me and the reality. You don't get to operate inside of this strategy without hard truths. For me, I think it's also other strategies kind of leave you like, when do you take profit on a Head and Shoulders? You know, is there like a certain percentage move, or like, you know, what's the, if you don't have a straightforward, this is where we get in and this is where we get out, which is what most people are searching for, then you're typically, going to experience like, oh, we're popping in, or even where people will sell because they get scared and then it pops right back up and then they get back in and then it comes back to, and it's a fucking mess. So know where you're getting in, right? So like, let's just say NVIDIA is able to accomplish the goal of filling the entire gap, right? That, for anybody holding anything in the 140s, is probably at this point, 1,000% trade, right? But my job, and this is just how I look at it, is to take price from, and at this point this point is point A, but point A to point B, right? And I understand that price behaves inside of empty space a certain way. So if I know that, then I just stick with the facts. I'm not like, well, it could go a little further. If you got a fat box up in front of you, then wait for the box to punch back. So for example, if we all took NVIDIA and it hits this floor, right? It fills the gap and we trim the second target, right? You would have 3 runner targets on NVIDIA. 143.67 and the last little drop of empty space at 145.50. I'm out. Right? A fat run like that, I'm out. Because what's up ahead of me, right? I've got this 1, 2, 3. And if I want to take it further, I'll take it off the top. That's a different play, right? So sticking to a strategy, I think personally helps you with that greed. So, anyway, it's kind of a tough question to answer because I know that people think about things differently. So, or even are motivated by different things. You know, everybody has a different reason. So, J-Dunn is getting called out on Twitter for scamming on his prop firm. I mean, I can't say I didn't say it was gonna. I mean, yeah, dude. It's well deserved. So, how am I not the richest person in the world? Because that's a. If you're the richest person in the world, you have to fuck people over. You have to know that some people are suffering in order to make your dreams come true, and I'm not cool with that. There's no price. You couldn't pay me for that shit. So, all right, let's finish up these requests. How are the earnings doing? Anything moving? Who did? No shit. It popped up. I mean, I saw that as well. It's funny because it did expand up, hit a psychological number, and damn. You know what? Funny. Look at this. Is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. Yep, right there. Cost base. That's where normally a rejection like that's going to happen. Yeah, inside it. Yeah, I mean it's yeah, it's like Red Rover, dude. Send your, you know, strongest price right over, and when that shit doesn't go through, you're, you know, and not to mention you hardly had anything underneath you. But funny enough, right? You just saw the ping pong, right? That's the base. That was the target. Price is now oscillating in between the two. So, but I mean, yeah, it did have earnings. Do you have one-on-one phone calls? Not very often, Patrick. I only have one person that I'm doing one-on-ones with, and I tell people that you can learn everything you need to learn through YouTube. If you join the Discord, I think that with the amount of people here who are helping each other, the amount of people who have actually mastered or are using this strategy profitably, you're gonna get the help that you need. I try to get people to avoid buying like I don't want people to do that because I don't have a lot of time to be doing that. And I mean, you can ask my one student. We've had to reschedule a couple of meetings. So, yeah, I just, you know, I don't want people to pay me some absurd amount of money and then, you know, just end up being able to learn it. Ivy, did we set up free trials? No one's inquired. Well, we can. I think we can do that through the website. What are we listening to right now? I feel like I'm dying. Oh, this is one of those TikTok songs. Yeah, yeah, we could. I think you do it on Launch Pass, right? Yeah, check that out. Let me know what you need from me, and I'll answer the phone. I got you. Um, let's talk about that after the bell. We'll figure it out. I'll have to think about that. Um, yeah, I if you want to do a trial, you know, just DM us. So if there's no signals, what's the trial for? That's my point. That's my point. I don't think that there's any point for people to uh, trial unless they've taken the workshop. Now, the community and the people in it, obviously, that's the beneficial part of being inside of this Discord. I'm live in here. Um, you know, there's a lot of talent. Everybody's using the same strategy, so we're one of the strongest scanners out there. Huh? It is green. Yeah, flipped green. I want to learn a strat, don't want signals. Robert, then our Discord is the best place. Lisa, if you buy the workshop, can you wait to activate the fort? Yes, you can wait. That's what I want you to do, Brandon. I want anybody who gets the workshop, or even if you get the yearly or the lifetime, which I mean, it doesn't matter if you get lifetime. If you get the yearly, wait. You don't have to. I don't give a shit if you pause it. If you're like, no, I need to hit the books again. You know. So yeah, no, it's. How long does the workshop take? Everybody depends. I think that you could get through it in less than 3 months. Now, understanding it and comprehending it, I've had people take 2 years. I've had people take 2 months. I mean, it really does depend on the person. I think the more often that you show up, and there's a lot of people in the Discord who go live after hours and they talk together. So I've done 90% of all your videos on YouTube. How much more in depth is the actual workshop? It's more consolidated. Everything that needs to be learned is talked about on there. So there's going to be a lot of information on contracts and stuff like that. I am going to hold another live class on the workshop, and it will be the last one. I'm just a little slammed right now. All right, let's go ahead and finish up. AMAT had earnings, right? Yeah, it did, and it dumped, so I would watch for that one to hit the 174.68 target tomorrow, or you could even build a little box in here before that happens. What you can do is just box it up. I just give you the money and you do it. If I could, I would, man. I'm not trying to fight the fell. Oh my God. You got it, man. That's about as good as it's gonna get. You do got a good candle close up against that wall. You have empty space up above you. You will watch for this target here, which I would consider to be the imbalance, and this target here at 816.11. And that's again another box, like fucking every time. DXCM earnings. Did this one? Oh Lord. Well, it's over now. So here's what I can tell you about this chart. You are now stuck. And yeah, don't look at me through my window. That was weird, dude. I just made eye contact with this guy walking his dog, but then he double looked at me, and then we made eye contact. He made it weird. Look at that perfect guy. Like where did that? Look at that. That's how cost basis was invented. Huh? No, I was just gloating about the strategy. Nah, yeah, you do not look in the cell. Yeah, you can, if you glance and like it just happens to be like you catch like a silhouette in the window, you're gonna look at it. I get it, but like if you look and then you double look, that's when it got weird. Can't do that. Get away from me. That's how. Yeah, I'll get you. Damn, Sound Hound, fucking pound the ground. Oh my God, dude, you are so this is an entanglement, dude. This is Jada Smith with energy right here. I would be looking for the floor to be reclaimed and a punchback over basically $16. $16.65 would be next, and then this is a good setup to try and go and eat the. I mean, this is the play, right? To take it up into here, or to take it down in here for a big play. All right. As soon as you showed Alta, my contracts went up 50%. I got the Midas touch, man. DKNG. Damn! I finally broke out, huh? That's for earnings, right? Well, here's my target. You're being held underneath that. If I'm not mistaken, though, there's a box here. So you would need to get outside of 50.85. All right. And then last one. Is your trade Discord? No. How did you manage to avoid thinking about all the other BS strategies you learn when you start to just focus on yours? So, I mean, that's a really good question, dude. I think it's my defiance disorder, dude, or whatever you want to call it. Like I legitimately decided that at that moment when I realized that the vast majority of I would just go look at somebody's strategy and go Google it, and it would be up there, and it was so many people there was so many people that I just was like, nah, dude, I'm gonna look at the price. I'm gonna look at the charts. I'm gonna try to figure out what these indicators are trying to highlight. Like, what are they trying to show me? What were they looking for? Basically, my, like, it's still the attitude that I carry today. Like, fuck your strategy. Like, if it does not work, if it's some repeat low percentage guessing game, I'm not doing it. It's hard to explain, but through my stubbornness, I just refused to give anybody the time of day who was trying to resell something that I could go and Google and then go look up the statistics behind it, or look at people's reviews of it, or, you know, hey, I tried this strategy, I tried this strategy. Yeah, I would go through those things, and it just became really apparent that, yeah, most of the people on this app and everywhere else just want you to buy a fucking membership, and they know damn well that their strategy is no better than anybody else's, right? It doesn't have a true edge. It's not capturing anything. It's a guessing game. And I think that's where, yeah, my attitude, you know, I look at some people's analysis that they give. I mean, I just, you know, not to bring him up again, but like I every time I open my phone, that Alex Trades kid is on live, and he's, you know, hooting and hollering about a 30% trade, you know, or a 50% trade. And I know that's some people's standard. Like they're okay with that, risking a lot to make a little. But at the same time, you know, I watch them struggle, trying, like, today I literally heard Alex was reading the tape, and he's like, what's going on? Like, what is going on? He's like, I've never seen this tape. These orders are like opposing each other. Like, this is low. And first of all, I know how to read the tape. So I'm like, dude, you don't even know how to do what you're trying to do. But second of all, you're doing that and you're just as confused as anybody else. You just know how to read it. That's it. You're reading it and you're like, I'm confused. That's not a strategy. Huh? Oh yeah, yeah, of course it is. And so I just, you know, I listen to what people say, you know, I listen to how they carried themselves, what they talked about, and then I just got pissed. So be yeah, I think it's funny, dude. Anybody who questions or doubts or says anything, he's I actually just found his DM on Discord or on TikTok, where he was like, we should link up trader to trader. I was like, I left that message sitting. The Collins course? What the fuck is the Collins course? So anyway, all that being said, UPST looks like it could continue moving down, but you're going to be stuck on a lower time frame range, and because you have no box, you don't have a box. In fact, this is some of the more fluid price action that I've seen, where there's just, it almost looks like crypto or something. I would look at that. Yeah, watch 80-30, and then maybe a good bounce. Or if it breaks, live your dreams. That's good. It's nice and fluid. All right. So we finally got the break today. We saw the cues out. We saw a couple of things move in the right direction. I think we're still in a really, really, really important area on the chart. This is, you know, not the end yet. But I can tell you this. What is going to be important to me in the next tomorrow and the next week is knowing what's underneath me and having a plan already in place for that. So where do we need to hold? What needs to be held on to? What can't be dropped underneath, and what happens if it does, right? So we could literally go and look at the chart underneath us and say, if we drop underneath 533.27, there's a good chance that we'll be moving back down. and that would likely bring us to 322.22, or 532. Oh, that's so cool. I see. Okay, 1 second, baby. I'll be out there in a minute. And then you would have 532.30 underneath you, and then the 530s, right? So having a plan, knowing, even if it means being on the lower time frame and knowing exactly where, like right here, 533.80, how would we get there and what would drop us? So anyway, I'll look at Apple, and then we're gonna bounce. Apple looking for a put. Well, you have an imbalance at 242.50. I wouldn't be short on this unless you drop underneath 239, basically 240. If you lose 240 again, you could see a nice downside move. But right now, there's still upside potential all the way to 244.50. How do you know when to get in on a trade? What is the signal if you open above cost basis? When a candle closes typically outside of the box, right? Or goes and recovers a floor up above it. So, you know, for an example on Apple, right? You reach out, you candle close, you go up, you hit the next support, you pull back, right? You actually ended up bouncing because you did hit a new high outside of it, but that next candle closes up against the floor and gives you the signal that you're going to continue moving higher. There's, I mean, countless explanations here or examples here that have happened recently, right? So even just a candle close outside of the box on the 4-hour and the 24-hour. So this candle right here and this candle right here, both of those candles signal that this floor is no longer able to be held. And then we highlight what's underneath you, which is empty space. And then you look at the structure that's under that, right? And so you know that if you drop down candle close underneath, that you're going to cost basis. You break cost basis, that gives you the signal to continue moving, and that's where we went and filled the gap and hit the target underneath us. So how long am I leaving for? I'm gonna be gone for about a week. I'll pop in and out of the Discord, but I will not be on TikTok, I don't think. If I get time, but that's the whole thing, is I've got so much shit I've got to get done. I've got to build a shed. I've got to help Peyton start setting up the wedding stuff, and got to go up to South Carolina and get my rings, and got a lot to do. So got to go to the doctor. All right, cool. All right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and we'll try to do it again. That is absolutely terrifying, scary AI. Yeah, I will, I'll be live 8:30 tomorrow morning. We'll see if we can't get, some sort of leg up, again. Other than that, I hope you guys had a good day. Make sure to throw any gains you, were able to make today. Looks like you guys had a pretty good day. Newman, there we go. Holy shit. Yeah, you guys did have a really good day. Damn, 700 or 364%, 250%, 1,150%. Jesus Christ. Yeah, y'all did it. Good job. Fuck yeah. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. See you later. If you guys are looking to join the Discord, you guys can, I'm going to stop any new members coming in for about a week. Obviously, if you get lifetime, whatever, you guys can, it doesn't matter if I'm gone or not, but you can delay that membership until I get back. But it'll be a good opportunity for any of you guys to go over the workshop, and yeah, kind of get acclimated with the how the Discord runs. But I hope you guys have a good day. Discount code is what is it? TikTok 35, all lowercase. But if you're new and you just found me, Don't worry about it. Go to my YouTube. Everything is free there. Make some money first. So, all right. When are we getting a trip to see the chickens again? Um, I don't know. Maybe we'll go out there today. Later on. I've been talking for hours. A little chopped up. All right, y'all. I'll be back in trading very soon, aka a couple Fridays. Hell yeah. Yeah, we miss you too, man. All right, guys. I'll go ahead and hop off. If you guys don't have any other questions for me, I will either see you in the Discord or I will see you when I get back, or tomorrow, and or get back. Garrett, why the beef with Russ? Shit, I got time. Really quickly though, when I had my Discord about a year or two ago, Russ was inside of my Discord and was somebody who was still learning, literally, praising me and thanking me. Kind of blew smoke up my ass for a long time. And then the moment that I left, I opened another channel for scalpers because I kind of wanted to separate him from everybody else. And in that time, he started his own Discord, charging people, didn't say a word to me, and was inviting everybody in the Discord to join him. So it was like kind of a really fucked up, like, backdoor bullshit thing. I didn't want that to happen. That's just what happened. And so I told him, go fuck yourself. I'm not trying to deal with somebody, like that. And he kind of still persisted. And then I saw him live and just was watching what he was doing. And he knows damn well that the vast majority of people that follow him are not going to be able to do what he does. And so with the amount of liquidity that he claims to have, that's not applicable for the majority of people to follow those type of signals. But he's just trying to make a buck. So it's kind of sad. But yeah, the way that he did that, because the Put Brothers obviously learned from me and started his own Discord. But yeah, I wish you two could hammer out the differences. Trading is a community. I don't want him in my community, right? There's just people who he did some fishy shit. He did some fucked up shit that he shouldn't have done. He didn't even apologize for it. He tried to gaslight me, saying that I should have already known about it because everybody knew about it. And I'll be honest with you, dude. I am not here to be friends with any other creators. I am friends with two of them, or about two of them, but I'm not here to make friends. I am here because people who have tried to make friends with me in this space were trying to hide behind the fact that I don't fuck with people who sell basic information or who have signal chats with a bunch of indicators and bullshit like that. I don't fuck with that because I'm trying to show people something different, a different strategy that's better, and I stand by that. And so I'm here this is business. This is not like a friendly engagement. If I ran into him on the street, it might be a different story, but yeah, I don't want to be their friends. That's not something that I want out of life. But anyway, look at this 850% trade. What I think about ABT enhanced market. Don't know. Yeah, if they backdoor you, they'll do it again. I think Tesla needs to go break over the 360s, and you could have a really nice move up 365 and possibly even filling up these three candles. So, but that's the current goal, is to get outside of that and 363. So. Yeah, that's not me though. Spots, you know, I can appreciate what you're doing and that sentiment, and for the most part, you know, I would agree. But I I don't want to like. There's nothing to gain. I'm not going to get any peace out of it. Like I just don't care about him or about anything he does, and I think that yeah, the shit that is said about him is, you know what, I think he deserves it. So, who the fuck is calling me? Okay. Do you think Arm's going to continue that run? Hey, what's up, Mushy? Yeah, we have a few swings. I really liked Celsius, so I took Celsius. Um, is all that worth hurting new people? I don't think anybody new gets hurt. I mean, here's the thing. If you're under pressure and people are scrutinizing what you're doing and you can't hold up to that, perhaps you don't deserve that to be in that position. I do not block people. Unless they're repeating the same thing over again, I invite anybody to try to call me out or to try and say shit about my strategy because it works and I create independent traders. And I think anybody else who's doing differently has got priorities that are, yeah, skewed. But because signals are just not a long-term investment. No, have you ever met anybody in real life who's like, yeah, I just follow this one guy and I'm rich because of it? Like, it doesn't work. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Go to my YouTube channel if you guys don't follow me there. We're almost at 14,000 subscribers. Is that a Volcom jacket? No, this is a robe. With the Potter Stocks cap. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, Spots. Yes, this is actually, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording this right now. Thank you for reminding me. So if you're on YouTube,
My goal here tonight is to give you.
Shut the heck up. All right, see you.